Hey guys, it's HTOMario, and I'm going to be giving you a quick mech tip. In this mech tip, I'm going to be telling you to play reactionary, and that is if you can dictate the game or you can play reactionary. One of the stronger styles is reactionary. Why? Because when you dictate the game, you force yourself into the ability of not only making mistakes, but being caught off guard, out of position, and so forth. It's not a bad way to be, but it's stronger in the earlier leagues to play a reactionary, because the more reactionary you are, the more defensive you are, but the more greed you can put in. Reactionary doesn't mean be a turtle hog. It means that play according to what your opponent is doing. Don't follow a strict build order if you can help it. Or at least if you're following a strict build order and you notice something extra, make small tweaks. If he goes air, maybe get some Vikings, some Widowmines, some Thors. If he goes ground, get some siege tanks, some Hellbats, some Hellions, and still again, maybe Widowmines, depending on the ground the opponent has. But my tip here is to know when to exploit your enemy and play reactionary. So in this case, we scouted the enemy base, we saw no units, and we saw a fast Nexi. What does that mean? Well, we're going to play reactionary. Not only do we have 0 units to defend, we have 1 Marine. Why do we only have 1 Marine? Well, we don't need more than 1 Marine right now. You only need to get the amount of units to survive based on what the opponent can do to kill you. Right now, the biggest threat was a probe. So how do you thwart a probe array? A Marine. Soon the biggest threat will be maybe a Stalker and a Mothership Core. How do we thwart them away? Well, maybe we can produce 2 Marines at a time. Maybe some Hellions. Maybe some Widowmines. There's a few things we can do. But in this case, we don't even need we don't see a Mothership Core crossing the map, or we haven't seen one yet, so we don't actually need more than 1 Marine. This is just in case. So we're playing reactionary, we're grabbing a 3rd expansion, and we're kind of pressuring with Hellions. Why are we pressuring with Hellions? Well, because we don't think he can kill us. So the Hellions are not only a scouting tool, they are a form of putting on pressure. So we see a robotics facility. Again, we play reactionary. Why would it matter if he goes for a robotics facility? What would that change in our builds? Well, for one, we want to produce more Marines. Maybe he's getting a War Prism. Maybe we want to snipe an Observer. Maybe he's doing a timing push. And timing pushes are really more defendable in the early stages if you have Marines in your composition, and that's the early stages. The siege tank is the ultimate defender, but right now we're still playing reactionary. We've seen, you're not moving out of your base. Maybe let's take a look around. You're getting your gases, whatever it is, it's not that gas heavy, so I can counter your low gas with my low gas, which is Marines and Hellions. Do a little bit of damage. We saw a cannon up. So this is the ultimate form of reaction. We see a cannon defense. What a cannon defense means is that you're probably going to play super defensive. And if you're going to play super defensive, what are we going to do? We're going to drop 2 armories. So this is a form of playing reactionary. Don't forget to scout your opponent's base. You got to go, are you playing defensive? Are you playing aggressive? If they get a lot of cannons, it's defensive. If they get a lot of static defense, it's defensive. If they're getting a lot of unit producing structures, it's very offensive. If they are getting a lot of gas, it's very offensive. Or high tech, which can result in several minutes, it's going to be very aggressive playstyle. So I want you to be reactionary. Count how many units they have. What are they going for? Really think about the game. If this player attacks right now, can he kill me? Well, let's take a look. We've seen a Mothership Core, we've seen a Sentry, and 2 Stalkers. What do we have at home? We have a handful of Marines and 2 Hellions. The Hellions here are right now scouting the attack. We don't need to get anything else really in the meantime, but yes, we have enough to hold whatever he can throw at us at the moment. Does that mean we can survive with this in about 3 to 4 minutes? No, that's why we are going on and throwing on siege tanks and more factories. So, again, remember to play reactionary. If you only have to match your opponent's greed, and then you can cut corners based on what he's doing. If he's investing in static defense, you can take the amount of money he invested, because odds are he's got 1 here, which would mean that he's got 1 as his main, 300 minerals for defense. We're just going to take a greedy extra 100 minerals for an expo, turn it into an orbital, and soon it'll pay for itself. We do not think he'll be attacking soon. We think we'll have a 3 to 4 minute window, maybe even a 5-minute window, which means that this base, by that time, will not only have paid for itself, but have fueled the defenses in order to help defend this player's attack. And since we were able to do so greedy, our economy explodes, our infrastructure explodes. We're getting our upgrades. We're getting pretty much everything we need. We're producing ghosts, Vikings, siege tanks, double upgrades. Because we are playing so defensive, and we can see here, no third base. We're getting sensor towers to be able to scout. We're playing pretty reactionary. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you learned something from this. There's going to be more of these if you guys like these. If you do like this idea, go ahead and click like below on the video and make a comment. And I will keep doing these whenever I have a few minutes. So thank you for your time. Bye, guys.